Hello, spring you back. I've done a temporary job on the right hand side panel on the Bandit just to get rid of that big gash. So I've got rid of that. I've sprayed it in with the 3 stages of paint. I haven't painted the whole panel, so there is a transition line which I can 3000 grit and T-cut and polish in about a week's time when it's rock hard, just to get rid of that transition line. I've done a bit of a fade on it. It ain't fantastic, it's not brilliant, but it's better than the big hole in it until when it gets all painted properly. I also found a full set of graphics. That's the 2 Suzuki tank stickers and the 2 Suzuki Bandit N1200, I think it says on the rear panels. I found a set of those in gold, which is good because the tank badge on this one is gold, and then I think the bit that says 1200 is gold, but then the other bit I think is blue and white or something. So anyway, I've ordered that, and they had a choice of two types. One was a 5-year vinyl and the other one was a 12-year vinyl, and the 12-year vinyl is a lot thinner, but it's better for UV light or something. So I just ordered the more expensive. I say more expensive, I think it was about £13 for the whole set. So not genuine, obviously. Somebody's knocked them up on their vinyl graphic printer. But anyway, so at least I'll have them, so that when I do get it all sprayed, I'll have the graphics to go straight on it. So I'll show you what I've done. Like I say, it's not perfect, but it's a temporary until the winter when I get it all sprayed properly in 2-pack. That was yesterday's frame rail repair, which today it just looks invisible. I'm really pleased with that. And today's bodge, this is where I had a big hole in there. So there is a transition line here. What I did is I did the base coat. I got rid of the hole, filled it and sanded it, and then I did the base coat sort of past this area, and then I faded the base coat in, faded the red coat just past the base coat into the existing red, which I sanded down to 3000, and then I faded the lacquer further along, and I had to have somewhere to stop, so you can just see, but the stop is just pretty much just lacquer, colour code on my finger. So when if I leave this about a week, I should be able to sand this all with 1500, 2000 and 3000 wet, and then I've got 2 grades of T-cut, and I should be able to get rid of that slight, I can't see it on the camera, it's more evident in daylight. Yeah, there's a little transition line there, and there's a little tiny bit of a dark. Well, anyway, I was looking around this thing yesterday, actually looking at this candy paint, and when you look closely underneath the lacquer all over the bike, it's really patchy. It's not even at all. It's quite blodgy. There's light bits and dark bits all over it. So yeah, I was probably trying too hard to get it perfect. But anyway, there you go. I say it's not brilliant. There's some little marks in it and bits and pieces, but it'll do until such times. Yeah, that's these graphics. Oh yeah, that's silver and grey, and that's gold. Well, what I've ordered is that and that, but in gold, and that in gold for both sides. There you go. It's not really showing up very well. There's a little bit of it's a double transition. That was one on one coat of lacquer, and then I moved it along and did another one, so it gradually faded. And this will all need cutting down with 3000 and T-cut to make it more glassy. It's still a bit orange peely. So there you go. Right, I think my comments notifications are working again. I had about 3 or 4 days with no notifications of anything on my comments on my videos, so I missed a load of people's comments, and I just went to each video. I've done quite a few in the last week or so, and then found all the comments that I hadn't seen. So apologies to anyone who I didn't reply to if you've slipped through the net again. What I did is I turned off all the options. I turned them all off. I turned them all back on again on my YouTube settings, and this morning I got a message from Johnny Cactus, so I'm guessing, thank you Johnny, I'm guessing it's working again. Thanks Ian, I should say. So yeah, I think it's working. There was something else and I can't remember what it is now. Yeah, I don't have a good time with technology and stuff, but I think I'll fix that one. And Chris Greenwood, you're absolutely right. You knew I was going to tackle that hole. You did say just go ahead and spray all the panels, and I was so tempted to do it today. Just take the panels off, do the whole thing, which would have worked. You're quite right, Chris. I don't think, on reflection, I had enough paint. And the other thing is, when it's done, it needs to be done in 2-pack. I could have got the 2-pack lacquer. They do it in an aerosol, and you hit the thing on the bottom and it mixes it. The trouble with that, it only normally lasts a couple of days. So you know, that's fine if you're using it immediately. But my luck isn't that good. Normally, I have to go back to things a few times. But yes, so you all know me too well. You know I can't leave anything alone, but that's all right. I actually last night put on that carbon fibre lick and stick, whatever it is, Blue Peter sticky back plastic. So I'm just looking at my broken collarbone sticking up in the video. I hate that. Oh God, one day I'll have it in my car node. Yeah, so last night I spent about an hour cutting out the carbon fibre sticky back plastic sections and put them on the bike. And of course, on the right hand side there was a big dent where that gash was, and it looked awful, and it just looked awful anyway. So I knew I was in for a day full today. I think it's Sunday today. It is Sunday, excuse me, Sunday the 24th. I knew I was in for a day of it today, and I'm okay with the result. It ain't perfect. I would rather have sprayed the whole panel, but then I would have needed the graphics, and then I would have had to get the graphics again for when it does get painted properly, etc, etc. But yeah, Chris, you were right. I couldn't leave it alone. But yeah, thanks for all your comments, and apologies to anyone if I've missed the comments. It seems to be every couple of months it all goes haywire and I have to reset all the settings. I'm doing it all on my phone. I do have a PC indoors, but it just doesn't work. It's on Windows 7. Upgraded it to Windows 10 once, which was a complete disaster. And now apparently nothing works on it unless you've got Windows 10. And I don't know about Windows 10. But anyway, I seem to survive without a PC. I've got my phone. I do all my stuff on my phone. I've got a tablet, which is, I suppose, the same. It's Android, the same as doing a phone. But if I want to go into anything website, I can do it on a tablet and just go into the YouTube actual website, not the sort of app one. And the same with eBay and that. I can actually go in. I can do it on my phone, but my tablet's got a bigger screen. And that's a crap tablet. It cost me, I think, £80. But made by a British company who I can't remember the name of. And I've said before, I do have a laptop computer which is running, I think it's called Vista. It's like Windows 2000 or Millennium or something like that. It's I can't remember the name of it, but that's not hooked to the internet or anything. That just runs my music recording editing program. We've got a new interface, me and Sam, which won't run on 2000 Vista. I think it has to run on something later, like maybe Windows 7. So we can't use the software that I'm used to using, that Sam taught me to use about 15 years ago. But we do have a new software with the interface, and I'm guessing most DAWs, digital audio workstations, pretty much all use, they're pretty much the same once you get used to how to navigate them. So next time we're recording after the apocalypse, we'll see how we get on with that. That could be quite a bit of fun, that. So anyway, it's all good fun experimenting with new music gear, and I say new, it's new to us, it's well and truly old in the industry. We tend to be 20 years behind everybody else, but yeah, if there were some facility for doing it all on tape, I'd probably go back to splicing tape with sellotape, which is how I started doing it millions of years ago. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto that subject for 6 minutes. Peace and love, I'll be Springy. See you soon with whatever else I decide to do. Cheers.